Hello, StartUpSity speaking. How did basketball and where did it come from? Jugglers, which is why you see they can throw balls side to side, backwards, forward, and move. Over time, it had become perfected, and people have lost sort of the understanding where the game comes from. So when you want to train kids in playing basketball, juggling is the first skill to learn with tennis balls. And then afterwards, you use the swing motion, like smiling, which is why you see most basketball people smile a lot. How to start to hold eating. Defensive players are always those that they go to eat. How to know how to handle a basketball is to be able to rotate a cup, you put some water in it, and the more you rotate it, the more water you put in, and that way you'll be able to handle the heavier ball. This is a nice teacup to have, not the English one, which is why they are very bad at basketball. The British make me gaff. When you are too serious as a person, you know how the popes used to cut their hair? You go learn how to cut hair, afro, for someone. You simply comb it very well, downwards, and then you trim. Same thing for white people. And then you comb it out, you flip your hat, and you move on to other things. What's the purpose of this? What is it that they are doing? You can have a net effect. Net effect. Net effect. They used to put masks on dogs so that they don't become wicked. That's how you train dogs not to be wicked, so that they can be around children. Muscle. 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 What are we going to do with this? You can create looking like a bulb. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. just do this. I'm going to be cleaning my kitchen and painting tomorrow. I'm broke right now. I'm waiting for my salary at the end of the month after selling my car. So, every object that somebody has ever made has a meaning behind. So you need to get as much as possible and be able to make a story out of it. Can you see how much money I make? This is a spy. Anyone who sucks on sweets, they are spies. Yes. Can we do some hide and seek at night? Oh, we will learn how to know voices and characters in the daytime. What do we do with this plate? Madame Pompadour, keep on beefing your own stupidity. It gives you personality while you lose character. You know what this chick means? When someone blocks, I'm giving you an opportunity. The other one, I'm letting you have your way. Straight, I am moving on to where I need to go. So you have, when people are turning, you know the meaning of your own life. When someone shows you the back head, it means they're gone. StartUpSity, boy speaking. That's why they say never turn your back on your enemy. Look up. Yeah, okay. Sideways, that's my fault. Downwards, I keep my faith. Left, I give you hope. StartUpSity, boy speaking. How did language start? People used to sit in caves, the Neanderthals. They used to speak in animal tones. So when water used to drop, they used to try and imitate the sound. So that way they started pronouncing things better. As simple as that. They started listening to more sounds from things rather than animals. StartUpSity, boy speaking. Look at the ants. They're always on a straight line because in the house. I need to clean all of this tomorrow. I've been cleaning here, so I'm going to be having a heavy job tomorrow cleaning the top side. What I'm doing here is I'm training and teaching kids visually so that I wouldn't have to be running any camp and their mothers will feel safe with their children. Because when you start having other people's kids around, the mothers now presume like you want to take their children away. You now have battles in the society because of that quite nonsensical behavior when women do not trust each other with their kids. You guys don't even realize where the violence comes from in this life. Protective instincts of mothers when their children are small. They ingrain in them rules that end up making them aggressive and unable to communicate outside. StartUpSity boss speaking. When you want to correct your speech and how you speak, when you're practicing, you have to eat something, put something in your mouth, so that by the time you're speaking to people, your diction comes out right. All the tutors that have been doing speech development to children have only tried to imbibe their own notion of themselves. That's why you end up having no leaders. Want some fish? When you're having a camp for children, the best thing to do is to offer fish as foods, because you can roast them, bake them, fry them, do whatever it is, because meat products, human beings here are doing all sorts of things. It's also hard to cook. I'm learning the ways of the ants. You know what that stands for in the Bible? Children. They stink to high heavens. They are forever everywhere, all around. What do you do to make them come together? How? How do you train these children? How? Howling. Children, how? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? How? Can we go around, run around? Or are we going to stay in place? Try and watch the movie of Robin Williams, Dead Poets Society. Unfortunately, there's dramatic there moment, but he came in, showed them fun, and then he left. Captain, my captain. Who were the leaders? There are very specific ways how people train students. They had devised it through the knowledge of army rules. So, which is why you have a mismatch currently in the educational system, and why the depressive years are going on, because when teachers have been pre-programmed to learn or train people in a particular way, as human beings, they become stuck in time and they cannot approve of the effect of what it takes to rear children. StartUpSity, Paul speaking. 14 minutes and 26 seconds and counting.